Let's go, boys. We are here. Apologies for this. That will be fixed, I hope, in a second. I don't have the best lighting right now. I apologize for that. When it comes to Assassin's Creed, it's a franchise that, I mean, I think a lot of people share this opinion. It's one that's kind of, I guess, fallen from grace. Even though I do enjoy the new games, like Valhalla I enjoy, not as an Assassin's Creed game, but as a Viking game I enjoy Valhalla. I've completed Shadows, I completed the DLC as well, and I don't really feel like I want to like return to that game. I have played all of the Assassin's Creed games aside from the 2D scrollers. Is this actual? Let's go. That's the go. Edward Kenway. That is the go right there. I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed 4. And I'm just excited to see. I really hope they don't mess it up, because Ubisoft has become a company that has just, they own like some of the best IPs. They own this. They own Watch Dogs. They own Rayman. You know, the list goes on. And they just don't do anything good with the IPs. Like even Assassin's Creed, like there's so much more they could do than they've done with it. But I'm still excited, right?
Not yet.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
We fly no colors out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal that your allegiance to
Adewale, let's go. I really hope Freedom Cry is included in this. Dude, yeah. Because I think one thing about Assassin's Creed nowadays is the story just kind of lacking. And Assassin's Creed 4 has a great ass story, right? So if they keep that,
we take as we please and become who we like.
But that look ain't you. It's not who you are.
Let's go.
Who am I then?
Bro, he looks fucking amazing.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work.
It ain't work if you love it.
Blackbeard. Oh. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Oh my god, bro. We are so here. We are so here.
Hey, everyone.
Let's go! That's the voice actor.
I have to say, it is so good to be here. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will be released on July 9th, 2026.
We are gonna be there.
Today, guys,
Day one.
You are getting the real deal.
So it looks like the leaks were real. I've been trying to avoid the leaks, but I saw that.
Everything that's been rebuilt, reimagined, and some behind-the-scenes stories. But enough of my talking, yeah? Let's just jump right in.
Let's jump right in, baby. Show me the gameplay. Oh, alright, here we go.
Hello, pirates. Matt Ryan here, the voice of Edward Kenway. And this is Assassin's Creed
Hold up, let me
Black
turn the quality up on my side.
Oh
shit! Okay.
So full of adventure.
Alright, sorry, I'm focusing now.
Captain Edward Kenway. A
Okay,
rebellious scoundrel eager to make a name for himself in the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
I've seen your face before. You's mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward!
That outfit looks amazing. It's not even a full outfit. That was... What was that guy's name? That's the one he steals.
Crossing paths with the Assassins and Templars, Edward is drawn into their centuries-old conflict with secret locations and legendary treasures at stake. Along the way, he joins forces with infamous pirates
Blackbeard,
such as Anne Bonny, Charles Vane, and Blackbeard.
They go.
With them, he helps establish a short-lived, lawless republic following the pirate code and defying empires built on cruelty and
I'm very curious about the gameplay.
Together, in their search for freedom, power, and riches, they'll fight across a treacherous tropical paradise, from dangerous waters to dense jungles, untamed lands, and bustling historical cities.
Bustling. That's how you know we're serious.
From the grandeur of Havana, the thriving and wealthy jewel of the Caribbean ruled by Templars, to Kingston's bustling trade hub, and Nassau, the beating heart of the pirate republic. Each city offers a distinct atmosphere shaped by opportunities and conflicts. The Caribbean world reaches a new level of immersion and realism.
No loading screens.
Powered by high-resolution textures.
Oh, and they've added new stuff.
Enhanced lighting. Strikingly detailed environments.
Yeah, they've added more stuff.
And
like there was a
new
sign there and
dynamic
stuff.
weather system.
Okay. I mean, Shadows had an amazing
Even
weather system.
underwater
So
exploration is more expansive, more beautiful, and more perilous than ever before.
oh shit. Okay.
With seamless access to cities and locations, the world feels truly alive.
Yeah, so I think there's no loading screens at all. Okay, well,
Creating the
I'm assuming that's
perfect
disguised
for
as a
life on
loading
the
screen
edge,
then.
where freedom is
That cutscene.
earned, and danger is never far away.
This is so fucking cool.
Time
This
to
is
draw
so
swords,
cool.
lads.
Okay.
The combat system has been entirely reworked into an action-oriented experience. While wielding dual swords, pistols, and hidden blades, every move now plays a specific role.
I mean, it
faster,
looks sick,
more
bro.
fluid attacks and combos.
It looks like it's gonna be more in tune with the
Land a
RPG
perfect parry to
combo
open
system.
up your target for an instant kill. Then follow with up to 4 chained takedowns.
Bro, this looks great.
Use walls, ledges, and breakables to your advantage.
And it looks like the parry system, I
Keep
think he
track
just
of
said
your
it, is going to be
opponents
still
and use
pretty
all your tools to level the playing
big for
field.
this. Oh. Okay, you know, I'm happy with it. At first, I saw the hood.
And you will be punished.
I was a bit like, it just literally is the same hood we've had for the last few games. But if they do it properly, I think we can be
Mastering
good.
your environment is key. As you navigate through cities and jungles, you'll experience smooth and improved iconic parkour moves. From free jumps to back ejects and side ejects.
Okay.
These options
Question
offer a
is
range of
it gonna be
reactive
on the level
movements,
of
giving you
Unity
tighter
parkour?
control,
Probably not.
resulting in
That's
greater
fine.
speed and deadlier assassinations.
Oh yeah.
Being a pirate assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resynced and its enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as part of your toolkit to
Thank
approach
you.
targets.
Thank you. That's one thing in Assassin's. I think it was Assassin's Creed 4. A lot of the early AC games you just can't crouch, which I just found so odd. Right?
Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped.
Please.
In the original game, getting
There's
discovered
so
meant
many
instant
tailing
desynchronization. Yes, this was a pretty big pain point. We remember.
Even they acknowledge it.
Now, the action continues. Your objectives remain, but your target will react, and you must adapt accordingly.
So okay, so it's like tailing missions
All
in.
these new interactions offer multiple ways to succeed and progress in your missions.
Yeah, so it's like the newer games. It's like, for example, Shadows I think had a few tailing missions,
course.
but you could also just kill the target
This
and just
wouldn't
get the
be a real
information.
pirate adventure without a ship.
Oh my god, yes, please. I'm so interested
Jackdaw.
in the ship system.
You named your brig after a poxy bird.
The Jackdaw.
Jackdaw,
What
yes.
Set sail and freely roam the Caribbean. Now equipped with even more firepower, the Jackdaw can conquer the high seas like never before.
Okay, the alert system is still there. That's sick. Okay, nice.
With new alternate fire upgrades for every weapon,
Oh,
you now have more power and flexibility to overcome opponents' ships in any situation.
are Ubisoft actually gonna make? No way they're gonna do like. Because I felt like Black Flag was already the ultimate pirate game. No way they're gonna
You
top
will
that,
engage
bro.
in epic
I mean, it's the same game, but you know what I mean. Like,
boarding parties and fort raids. All of these are back and as challenging, dangerous, and exciting as ever.
nice.
To reinforce your crew, 3 brand new officers make their entrance. Lucy Baldwin, the Padre, and Deadman Smith.
These were
Each
not.
officer has a unique narrative questline that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to recruit them to your crew and benefit from their special gameplay abilities.
These were not in the original,
Deadman
right?
Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons.
If they were, I've totally forgotten them. I think they're completely a new feature. That's sick. This game's gonna be so beautiful.
Explore the Caribbean alongside your crewmates and trusty pet. That's right. You can now find a cat or monkey for the Jackdaw. Engage and plunder other vessels. Steer through violent
If there's
storms,
one thing with
roll
Ubisoft
waves,
games, they are always gonna look
or just
beautiful.
soak up the sun.
Like, look at that. Looks
Regaled by
amazing.
shanties new and old.
For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow.
Alright.
It's time for us to leave.
Okay, that looks great. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced offers a deeper, more immersive adventure that remains faithful to what players love, while enriching the experience with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines.
So there is new content.
Including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old friends, Blackbeard and Steed.
Let's fucking
Defy
go.
empires and
Yes.
relive the era's explosive events amidst the ancient war between assassins and Templars
Oh, man,
in
I'm
the
so
ultimate
ready.
pirate fantasy. Gold, infamy, and adventure await. It's time to raise the black flag
Let's go.
again.
Let's go. We're so back.
With Black Flag Resynced, we set out to reconnect with the heart of Black Flag. From the start, the intention was clear: deliver a faithful and enriched experience grounded in what players loved. We've rebuilt the entire adventure using our latest Anvil engine. Expect fully overhauled visuals,
Yeah, that looks amazing.
new additions that deepen its world, and enhanced gameplay both on land and at sea. Movement now flows more naturally from one action to the next. whether you're
the
doing
sails look much
parkour
nicer in the
across
original.
rooftops
Maybe
in
I'm
Havana,
tripping there.
Or fighting on the docks. Parkour builds on the latest design improvements from recent Assassin's Creed games, while still keeping Edward's classic moves. Combat now offers a more dynamic swashbuckling experience, driven by precise parries and takedowns.
So there still is a parry
Stealth
system.
gets
That's
its share
good.
of
I like
improvements
that.
too, and the ability to crouch anywhere. They open up more tactical routes and subtle approaches, letting you shape the adventure the way you want. Naval gameplay also follows the same philosophy and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's weapons can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight.
Damn, that's a
The
shit
sea
ton of
now
upgrades.
plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements. Weather and waves will influence how your ship will handle, while preserving the pace and freedom players remember. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced matters deeply to us and to you. That's why we took the time to rebuild it with the care it deserves. This remains a solo, adventure, and character-driven experience.
Thank you.
It is not an RPG.
Thank
The
you.
focus stays on how you play and how you explore the world.
Thank you.
And as we develop the game, we organize dedicated workshops with our community. These early player feedbacks played an important role in refining many of these elements. Here's a look at their most recent visit.
Okay. Like, I don't even hate the
Hello
RPG
everyone,
games.
we
It's just
are here at
they
the
lack
Ubisoft
story.
Singapore studio where we invited some of our biggest Assassin's Creed fans to discover the remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They've had the opportunity to meet the devs, try the game, and share their valuable feedback with us. Here's what they had to say.
I still can't believe that I can help the dev team to make the game better and improve it when it finally arrives.
I'm part of that process, and Black Flag is my favorite game, so to be a part of that process is just awesome.
That's awesome.
It felt nice to be appreciated in that way, to give direct input about the game.
The feedback with the dev team, they were very open as a dev team to take the criticism, what needs to be fixed, what's great. They even asked us more questions about it. So I love
actually
the
listening to
curiosity
community
that
feedback.
They show
Wow.
us. And it
Well,
shows
they've
that
been
they
doing
truly
that for
care
pretty
about
recently.
what they do.
I'm just really excited to be back, like with the addition of new audio lines, the new dialogue, and the new music.
I'm super excited to actually help improve the staff experience for the game.
I care about this game, this remake. When I heard rumors about this game, I just wanted to be involved in giving as much effective feedback as possible.
That's nice. I like that.
Some of this work came directly from spending time with some of our core players early on. We had them play early builds and sat down with them to gather their honest feedback on the game, tapping into the many things players expect of a Black Flag remake, from gameplay features to visual fidelity. This helped us refine some of our choices along the way, What was interesting was not only to gather that feedback, but to understand why players reacted this way. They were incredibly passionate about Edward, how he moves, how he reads on screen, even the details on his face. That led to deeper conversations. Together, we explored different approaches, tested ideas, challenged assumptions, and refined choices until the intent felt right again. The team's passion and commitment have driven every step of this journey, and we can't wait for you to see more of what we've been crafting.
So when you started building Black Flag back in early 2012? 2012. How was the world imagined in the first place? I mean, what were the pillars that were there from day one?
Well, from the very beginning, one of the key central core pillar was fluidity, right? We really wanted a seamless experience, connecting movement, combat, and navigation, all very naturally. And it was the same seamlessness that we were looking for between naval experience and the ground experience, because the other challenges we were facing was to merge actually two fantasies, being a pirate on one side and being an assassin on the other.
The original still looks really
without
good.
Any friction. And the sea wasn't just an add-on, to the
It actually is
ground
insane
experience.
still how good
Naval
it looks.
gameplay was really a core pillar from day one. We also wanted a world that feels alive. Right? Something that would react to the players, always in motion. And it was very compelling to me to see other people like Paul and his team actually to face the same challenges that we did face back in the days. And I think what helped them craft the game was that a lot of people involved in Resynced today were already part of the game, the original back then.
Paul, so you were already a part of the team back then, right? So, when you come back to a project all these years later, what stayed non-negotiable from the original vision, apart from the fact that, I'm Kenway?
So, Matt, the one thing that was non-negotiable is the original story of Edward Kenway.
You
We
can't
never
change
approached
that.
Resynced as a reinvention. Our goal is to carry John's vision forward. And today, we have much more room to do so since the game is engineered and rebuilt on Ubisoft's latest Anvil. It allows us to push dynamism, gameplay, immersion further, while keeping the original vision and story intact.
Yeah, Jean, and you mentioned before how collaborative the original game was, and can you talk about that, especially with Singapore?
Yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely a team effort back in the time. And I remember actually in 2012, when we first came here in Singapore, meeting Paul and the team to do what we call the blueprint, this week of hard work where the game really emerged from the preparatory work.
Music collaboration.
And Montreal worked very closely with Singapore. Singapore built key parts of Black Flag. The naval gameplay was built on top of the Assassin's Creed 3 naval tech that was developed, in some specific
I always
missions.
felt like AC3 was kind of a
also behind a lot of
in some
places,
aspects for what
locations, and
AC4 became.
gameplays, like caves, underwater gameplay, forts, ships, and some major missions like the E3 demo that you worked on.
That's right. Right. So there seems to be like a real sense of continuity here, not just in the game, but in the people making it. One thing that really shaped Black Flag for me was how dynamic the scenes felt coming back to it for Resynced and shooting the mocap scenes.
Oh my God,
in
there's mocap
Toronto.
scenes.
The
Thank you,
scenes
bro.
just felt so dynamic.
Some of the
like
scenes in the
original
RPG
game.
games are crazy,
What was the
bro.
intention?
And I mean that in a bad way.
back
Like the
then,
characters are just
when
standing
it
with
came to all the
a blank
cinematics.
face, no
So
expression
from the start,
whatsoever, and that's
it
just the
was
cutscenes.
a lot of discussion with Kama, the animation director back then. We really wanted the scenes to feel alive. We wanted characters moving, interrupting each other, exchanging objects, and reacting physically. And that sense of movement was really part of the game's identity, I feel.
Right. And when you rebuild a game like this, that I guess that becomes a huge challenge, right, Paul? And how did you keep the spirit whilst trying to push it further with all of today's amazing technology?
Well, there are many ways, but to carry on the spirit of Black Flag, we always remembered one thing: to rebuild the game with the original pillars in mind, John's pillars and the original core team's pillars. But the most important thing was the story. Every single small moment in the game had to be rebuilt and crafted. And it took a lot of handcrafting, especially
Thank you. So
facial animations.
Tells me they didn't have
That's important.
They didn't
because
have
that's the soul of the game.
That you men are the pariahs
of Charlestown, and I would profit better by using your organs for chum and your bones for char.
Go.
By Christ!
And you know, when you add new things to a game that people really know off by heart and they know it so well, the fear is always that the people might notice the seams, right? Jean, when you played it, what did you feel?
Well, actually, I felt like playing Black Flag, you know, and not even noticing where the original end was ending and when the new content that Paul and the team wrote.
It looks
was
so
starting.
good.
This
They
is
actually
something
cooked.
really, really important. That continuity is very much essential.
You know, Jean, whenever we wanted to change or add something, we would always question ourselves, does this belong here? Would Edward do this? Would John get upset? And if the answer wasn't clear, we simply wouldn't do it. However, as we all know, no remake is complete without additional content. So we have added brand new chapters and brand new missions to the game, including a brand new scene with Edward's wife, Caroline, that's written by Darby himself.
Yeah, I remember playing it. Jean, so like there's something, I don't know, there's something deeper in Black Flag than just like pirate freedom, you know, and it's closely tied to the character of Edward.
Yes, absolutely. We really wanted to send a message also saying that freedom without structure doesn't lead you anywhere, right? And Edward's arc reflects that. He thinks everything will be granted, you know, that's the good life, plundering, etc. But then in the end, you realize that you lost all your friends, right? And so this is very important because he grows into someone that understands his own responsibilities and that makes him, like you said, very human.
And that's exactly what I really leaned into coming back to the character after, you know, more than a decade. You know, it's the same Edward, but there seemed to be like, for me personally, you know, from the scenes that were written, kind of, as I said, more dynamism, but also there's a certain kind of weight to Edward's journey, you know? I guess that with Black Flag Resynced, there are some really kind of important decisions to make, right, Paul? And how did you approach those?
So, Matt, with Resynced, we made a clear choice. It is a pure story-driven adventure, and we are fully focused on Edward's adventures in the Caribbean. As a result of this focus, we have elected to not have the multiplayer and not have the DLC. However, Resynced is built from the ground up with new story, new content, and new systems.
Okay,
but
if there's...
we're staying true to its action-adventure roots.
If there's good enough content, like, that's
Resynced
fine.
is a 2026 take on the original legend. And for those of us who are curious, the original will still be available.
And Jean, so...
That's good, they're not getting rid of the original,
modern
thank
day,
you. They're
right,
keeping that as well.
played a really specific role in Black Flag when it was released. And so can you explain how it fit the franchise back then?
So, you know, back then in 2013, the present day reflected where the franchise was at. It was a transition moment, especially with Desmond's story and what it meant at the time. But now with Resynced, I think there were some changes were needed.
That's right. Today, the modern day has evolved. For Black Flag Resynced, we have approached it in a way that focuses
Modern day
on
has
Edward's
devolved,
journey
you don't have to
while
lie, bro.
still connecting his memories to the Animus. The modern day riffs in Black Flag Resynced will feature new moments that focus on Edward's internal struggles.
There's also something about Black Flag that I feel that, I don't know, people still crave what the game brought, you know?
You know what? I think it's because it's a game full of light.
Yeah.
Yes, there is danger and violence, but everything takes place under the bright Caribbean sky, you know? Palm trees,
such a good
sea,
setting.
Movement. It's very generous in a sense. And that sense of escapism has always been part of the game, and I feel it's very relevant in 2026.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing that people, I feel, never forget, and certainly I never had, is the music.
Yeah, absolutely,
the music
Matt.
was
It's the music.
amazing, bro.
Especially the sea shanties. The sea shanties in particular have always been part of Black Flag's identity. For Resynced, we have kept the shanties that everybody loves, but we have also added new shanties that are connected to the story.
Let's go.
So today,
I've said that so many times,
we'd like
but
to reveal a collaboration.
Hey everyone, Woodkid here. I'm in my studio in Paris now and I have great news for you. I'm back in the Assassin's Creed franchise, this time for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. You know, the world of Assassin's Creed has been very important for me and very linked to my career. It started like 15 years ago or something. And this time, I'm very excited about what we've done. I know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a game that's very important to all of you. It's a game about escapism, about rebellion, about exploration, and these are themes that are very, very important for my work. You know, I've explored these themes a lot in my music. So I won't say too much, but I can't wait for you to hear what I've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Okay. Having him return to the franchise, especially for Black Flag Resynced, means a lot to the team. We've been working on a newly reimagined track specifically for Black Flag Resynced, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, right. And, you know, music is just one of those things that the people remember long after they stop playing. I mean, I did. The sea shanties, I still play in my car now from time to time, you know, and this game means a lot to you, and we know that.
Yeah, absolutely. This game means a lot to me, and I'm not saying that just because you guys are here. Just working on a game takes me back to 2012, and we all want the game to be the best it can be, and we really hope that you guys will enjoy playing it.
Yeah, so you entered the Animus for real.
That's
back
right.
in 2012, yeah.
I mean, what a great thing, right? To come back to something, you know, more than a decade after, you know, and get to revisit and rebuild and reimagine this wonderful world. It's just been such a pleasure for me, and I thank you guys for bringing me back. Before we wrap this up, I've got a little surprise for you. All right, this is something pretty awesome. I saw it today for the first time,
Collector's edition,
and I love it. So here we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced Collector's Edition. It's so awesome, and inside is a really stunningly well-crafted figurine of Edward Kenway sitting there, slouched like...
Oh, that
like
looks
me,
sick.
Really. And he looks really cool, and it's crafted really well. And inside, there's a notebook with all of, like, Kenway's diary entries.
I love how they're pretending they're surprised, bro. The
adventures.
guys on the left
And
know
there's
about
also
this,
a
man. You don't
brooch
have to
and
pretend.
a cloth map, and then some goodies in there for everyone. So this one is really cool. It's the first time I've seen it today, and if you guys like it, then you're gonna have to get your own because this one's mine.
You deserve it.
Thank you. No,
You're welcome to take it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We can't wait for you to live or relive this thrilling pirate adventure with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That will launch on July 9th,
That's crazy.
2026.
That's pretty soon.
I just want to say thank you for all being with us today, and we cannot wait for you to experience it yourselves. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. All right. They have been cooking. They have been cooking. That's good to know. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I think the game, at least from what they showed, looks phenomenal. That's one thing. I said it earlier as well. Even if a Ubisoft game isn't really the best story-wise or whatever, it's gonna look fantastic. You know, I talked about Shadows, how I feel like that game, story-wise, it was really strong at the beginning, and then because the RPG formula, the story just kind of falls off a cliff. And I feel like that's been the case for all of these RPG games. But the games have always looked phenomenal. Like, Shadows is probably the most beautiful game I've played. Like, landscape-wise, it looks phenomenal. And I feel like that's going to translate so well. Stealth improved, you can crouch, finally. That's been such a crutch in a lot of the older Assassin's Creed games, especially going back to them, the fact that you can't necessarily crouch. Tailing missions being altered is great. I'm assuming it's just going to work like the tailing missions do in the newer games, where you can do it by just tailing, or you can just, you know, fight your target, grab a note off of them, and that's going to lead you to the location you have to go, right? Combat-wise, that's something I think I'm gonna have to experience myself before I can really talk about it, like fully know how I feel about it. It looks like it's gonna be a mix of RPG combat and AC4 combat, because I'm pretty sure AC4 had like a pretty big thing with parries in it, right? And that's they mentioned that it's still parry heavy, but you have like these abilities and stuff, kind of like in the RPG games and stuff. That's interesting. It looks like there's going to be no loading screens. It looked like there's a cutscene that plays when you dock and stuff, but that's fine. Like that's okay. If it leads to better performance for the game itself, like it's not the end of the world, right? It is a bit of a shame that Freedom Cry isn't included in this, but maybe they're gonna do like a Freedom Cry Resynced. Maybe, I don't know, because I really enjoyed Freedom Cry. But we do have additional new content, which I'm very excited to see. They mentioned Blackbeard's getting new content. They mentioned there's some new stuff with Edward's wife. With the officers, they have their unique content and stuff. I'm excited for it, but a part of me, again, goes back to, if it's fully new content, I just hope the writing for it is good. Because that is one thing with with Ubisoft in general, where I feel like they sometimes get into these good ideas and stuff, but they don't really fully execute them properly, like a good way. Like Valhalla, I think, had a pretty decent, like, cool premise for it. Like, I actually like this stuff with, like, the reincarnation of God stuff. I thought that was cool, but then you, like, 90% of the game is just these other stories that don't really, you know, link back to that. Shadows, I thought, had a really strong start, but then again it kind of falls off after that, and it picks up a little bit towards the end, but I think it'll be fine. If they said they kept the core of the story, and I'm happy for that. I think it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for it. I will be playing it, best believe it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction, leave a like, subscribe. That would be pretty cool. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.